Let me ask you guys a question. You guys know who Chud the Builder is?
I do know who Chud the Builder is. Oh my God.
Has he been popping up on y'all timelines? Or
Twitter only?
Me, it's been basically through other YouTubers who've been covering him, more specifically like Poetic Flacco. But this guy, he's part of these new streamers that are going around rage baiting people by calling people the N-word with a hard ER.
He's white?
Yeah. Super
with a
white.
stash, like truck driving white.
Yeah.
It's disgusting, bro. I feel like he's like paid opposition. Like he's whoever put him in power.
Ooh.
Like, cause what this guy's doing, it's like I've never seen it done before so openly. And he has such a following.
Yeah.
And it's really targeting that alt-right young white male audience.
Yes.
Like he literally goes up to like groups of black people, calls them N-word hard R, and when they start reacting, he's like, oh, they're chimping out.
Okay, so I'll show you.
And then he starts to say that he has a gun.
I'll show you the most recent video, and I'm
Why are you laughing?
Because it's so dumb.
Yo, bro, that's all he does, fam.
Yeah.
But then he acts like he's a Christian. He's like, you want to pray with me? And he has like a Bible with him.
It's insane.
Okay, let me see.
So one take, if you could pull this up, please. And I'm giving myself work to do because I'm going to have to blank a lot of this. Watch this.
Shit, we're bringing America back. Freedom of speech, sir. No more niggas shipping out. Get out of the fucking road. Get out of the fucking road.
We love hip hop.
Pull in here.
I swear to God.
Park.
I swear to
Pull
God.
in and park.
I swear to God.
That's what I thought.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
You're not swearing to the God I serve.
Hey, come to my. Hey.
We love hip hop.
He got the blower on him, you know, the guy in the car.
I swear to God.
Look at him chipping.
Walk up again.
He's still chipping out.
I thought so.
You about to shoot
I
me?
thought so. Walk up again.
You got a gun?
Walk up again. Walk up again.
Leave me alone.
Again. Pussy. You pussy.
Blow your fucking brains out right here, buddy. Keep threatening me. Keep threatening me.
Pussy. Shut up. Bitch ass motherfucker. Walk up.
Look, he walked the other way.
Wow. Never seen him walk away like that.
Hold on, let me stop it for a second. Let me go back a little bit. Put it back up on the screen right there, Jake. You see where he's walking this direction here?
Yeah.
It gets darker over there. Okay? Back over here, and there's no people over here.
More
back,
witnesses.
Yeah, back over here is back where the people are, back where the street lights are. He ain't going over there with homie because all of these other cases, right? And you could bring it off the screen, Jake. Thank you. All of these other cases, like he has the thing on him, right? So like, there's a few people who are like, yo, whatever, I'm ready to catch a body or whatever. But for the most part, not to this degree where a man was like, come over here, let's go over here. Like the man was ready to really lay him down. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is the closest he's gotten to man's really ready to shoot him, fam.
A man also paged him at a gas station.
Yes.
And he had it on him and he was recording him and Chud was like, oh, leave me alone and stuff. He's like, yo, I'm just doing the same thing you're doing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's such a perversion of freedom of speech because that's his whole premise is that, hey, do you believe in freedom of speech? And then the black people will be like, yeah. And then he'll just call them the N-word hard R.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Like,
just to give you guys a quick lore before my question, because I have a question on him, right? His lore was he got fired from his job for making like posts saying the hard ER and stuff like that. And then it sent him mud where like now he's just doing IRL streams, going crazy doing what he got fired for. So like, his complaint is, I got to feed my kids. He's made GoFundMes and all that type of stuff because he's like, yo, I lost my job for using my freedom of speech. So now it's like his villain arc basically.
And he's getting paid. Like Kick paid, like he makes a lot of money off Kick. He gets donations, and I think he has sponsorships with a gambling company.
I think he has a gambling deal, but like I think he's been also having issues with platforms, like staying on these platforms. My question to you guys though, how long will Chud the Builder last? Because you seen right there, that was a very tense, close situation. And we're talking about firearms. You know what I'm saying? He's walking in a city that I think it's an open carry city. How long do we have with Chud Builder on planet Earth?
George Zimmerman is still out here. Like,
He's still alive.
Yeah, Chud's blessed, bro. Chud has nothing to worry about, fam.
Really, eh?
Niggas just too busy spitting on each other to worry about Chud the Hub or whatever his name is.
Chud the Hub is crazy.
I don't know. I beg to differ, fam. I feel like people are maybe not willing to risk their freedom, but if they can find a workaround where it's like he was like, I felt like my life was in danger because he was verbally attacking me, and I don't know if the next thing could be him pulling out a gun on me. You could get away with that in court, and you might just be like, I got a free kill.
I think there was someone who called a lawyer about this, and they explained the case where, okay, there's this guy going up to black people, calling them N-words and saying he has a gun,
Yeah.
and that if they do anything, he's going to shoot them. If he were to get shot, what would happen? And there's like a pretty good like self-defense case. Like it wouldn't
That's
just
what
be
I'm
like,
saying.
oh, like Chud's like a super victim. Like he's kind of bringing that energy towards himself.
Yes, I heard that too.
Yeah. But, and even police have told him that, like, yo, what do you expect, bro? Like, you're going up to these groups of black people, calling them the N-word hard R and saying you have a gun.
Yeah.
The only problem is, and this is unfortunate, but I feel like even the black people that want to smoke him, they know that the system might still try to protect him or
Exactly.
protect that freedom of speech, and that it's not going to go well for them.
Yeah.
Look at what's his name, Kyle Rittenhouse or whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, the man willingly left his crib, just started spraying up people that were protesting, and then he got let off scot-free, alive.
Mhm.
Got him burgers and all kind of crazy shit.
Yeah, and like he's like not a hero, but like he's pretty popular now. He's
So
popping.
that's why I feel like Chud is, I'm not gonna say he's gonna be blessed, but like his people are gonna make sure that he's thriving and he's like taken care of.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's radicals on all sides. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
For
there,
sure.
there are certain like black creators that I follow that are like super pro-black, anti-white. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They're like pro-segregation, where it's like, yo, we shouldn't be interacting with no white people, going to no white stores, spending our money, da. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like we're kind of getting back to a space where like radicalism is getting like highlighted.
Mhm.
But like what you said earlier, we don't know if the powers that be is kind of like pushing these kind of people
Mhm.
to keep
100%.
us divided, so we're not focused on what's going on at the top.
Yeah.
100%.
He's like a super max level of those guys. But what's his name? Clivic clearly does the
Yep,
same thing.
yep.
Yes. And Kate, in a similar vein that, you know, they push certain black celebrities towards the black community, I feel like they're pushing certain white celebrities to the white community, you know? And I feel like it's like, what's the agenda there? Like they kind of want to turn them into like either.
Hold on. Keep that thought. Certain celebrities to the white community within the black community.
Maybe using the black community,
Yes.
you know, but it's very much targeting those young white males who feel like, oh, like this country hates us now.
Mhm.
Everything is about black people now. I can't say anything. I have to tread lightly. And then they see someone who's like bold, like Chud, because it does take balls to do that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you know, there are a lot of people who are like, yo, like they'll be in the chat, like, oh, they're chimping out. Oh, of course, this is that. Like they want to like egg him on in a sense. And same with Clav, like there are a lot of like incels that feel like unseen or feel
Mhm.
like disrespect. So they're like, okay, maybe if like I look smacks or I do peptides, like I'll be a guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and it's interesting because it's very much targeting a specific community.
Yeah, but even with it's targeting that community, because with Clav, he's using the looks maxing and all that, but he peppers that in there. Like his IRL streams, he's running on road doing the same, using the same terms, the chimping out. He's using the hard ERs. He's doing exactly the same thing, but he also has that other angle, so people don't look at that as much. But that's there.
Yo, he does say the N-word too, but the way Clav uses it is in a more like regular used way. He's not like calling people the N-word hard R. He'll
Yeah.
just like sing it along in a
Yeah.
lyric or be like, oh, I'm a real N-word.
Yeah.
You know?
But he's had issues with people on road. There was a confrontation I saw online where he was arguing with a few black people, and they were like, he was like using the N-word on them, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he was with the security, so like they couldn't really do nothing.
Yeah, but bro, like he's doing like meth on stream. Like he's just doing things that like young white kids are gonna end up doing. I guarantee you, give it 5 years, there's gonna be a whole bunch of like alt-right white streamers that are doing the same type of rage baiting as Chud. And that could spark like a race war, bro. Like
It will spark a
because,
race war.
like, yeah, he might be protected, but little Timmy, who grew up idolizing Chud, you know, wants to grow out a mullet and a stash and drive a truck and America's white.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're gonna get packed.
And it's not just Chud, bro. They're like a team, fam. There's him. There's Nick Fuentes. There are all these guys. And Nick Fuentes and those guys are even starting to say like, he's too much.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know. This may be controversial, but I'm here for this, bro.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
I'm here for this, bro. Me, I like my racism to be like front facing, you know, like I want to know exactly who you are. I want you to present exactly as you are.
Yeah, yeah.
When we were going through the whole woke shit, there was a lot of like under the table type of racism.
Liberal white racism.
You know what I mean? Where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, we'll smile in your face, but we'll just take opportunities away behind your back type stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel like if we get more of these kind of figures that are showing, I guess, how like crazy or like evil like white people can be, maybe that might cause black people to be a little more unified, where it's like, yo, let's stop spinning on each other, because there's streamers out here calling us N-words, saying we're chimps and all this stuff. Like maybe we should focus our energies kind of like on that as the enemy, rather than the man on the other block from me or a man wearing another color from me type thing, you know?
Sounds good. It just sounds like a dream, like for all of us to unify and be like, we have one common enemy. Let's do that. Like, cause we've had mad common enemies in the past, and we unified maybe for like 5 minutes and then went back to bullshit.
Yeah, and I also think this might bring into question the validity of freedom of speech or total freedom of speech. Because like you said, like there are like hardcore, like, I don't want to say right-wing black groups, but like that will be like, oh, white people are subhuman, like things that like could be considered, I don't want to say hate speech, but like overtly racist.
Yeah.
Then this is kind of like similar, even though it's coming from the white community. So obviously there's more like systemic implications and like historical background. But like, that's what this guy is dying on, is this hill of freedom of speech. We should be able to say anything. And that might lead to intervention where it's like, we got to get rid of freedom of speech, or it's going to lead to mayhem where like people are just saying anything and everything, and there's going to be consequences.
We got to also be specific before you go natural in America. Because that freedom of speech ain't as free in every other country. Like Chud the Builder can't just run around doing that even in Canada.
He'd be arrested.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Over here, he'd get arrested probably within days of those posts going viral.
And I think most people would support him getting arrested. Like, I don't think people would be like, oh, but it's freedom of speech. It's like, dude, like you're rage baiting a specific community with racial slurs and you're armed.
Yeah, but isn't that a problem?
That's a problem.
No, like to say you can't say whatever you want to say.
No, I don't think that's a problem.
I don't know, man.
Because I don't think you should be able to say whatever you want to say.
I think you should, but I think the consequences that follow, you should also be held accountable for.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
You know what I'm saying? Like, say whatever you want, but if you get snuffed, like, I'm not gonna like pretend you're a victim. You know what I'm saying?
Because that gets a slippery slope, right? There's a man that you support very heavily, made a song, HH. Say whatever you want to say, but you're gonna have to deal with the consequences.
No, I completely agree with that.
You know
And I was
what I'm
even
saying?
gonna say that like it's kind of, I don't want to say it's unfair because like life is not fair, but like, you know, like the N-word, it just kind of hits different. Like if I were to call like Zara crack, like I don't think like
Counting, no
he's
offense.
not gonna get cheesed or.
But I'm not that type of white. I have been called a sand N-word before.
Yeah,
but that didn't didn't hit that.
And
hard either.
don't say that C word again either.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's not like well known.
Okay.
That you two don't like that.
No,
Oh,
there
really,
aren't.
yeah?
There aren't good like slurs for white people.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like a man could say, "Oh, natural Europe," and then it's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? But if I try to like forward him back, you know what I mean? There's nothing I could really like whip him back with. Pause. You know?
Yeah, it's the white slurs don't hit that hard.
Yeah,
they don't.
Honky. It's like, huh?
I think the ones that hit them hard is like Esau or like you devil or like, you know, red devil type. Like
it depends on what generation you're talking to.
I feel like some of them like that. You know what I mean? Like,
and some of them might not even know what you're talking about. Like if you're just talking to just some rich kid that like has no like knowledge of black culture like that, they just like a few rap songs, and you're like, you white devil, they're gonna be like, why are you calling me a devil? I don't, you know, my girl wore a devil outfit for Halloween. But like, why are you calling me a devil?
You know what offends white people? If you call them a Jew and they're not a Jew. Like a Jewish, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, then that's them being racist.
That yeah.
Being super racist. It's like, what? So you just called me another person's religion?
What I realize is that if you identify by being white as a race versus like your ethnicity, it's usually based around racism because like white is a racial concept. Whereas like if I'm Bosnian or something, like it's gonna be different. You know, like
you stand for Bosnian people.
yeah, but
So
like
what?
white culture in America is almost like based on racism
Yes,
because it's white culture. It's not like white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Even that's like that has white in it. But it's not like Macedonian or like Italian where it's like their culture is based on their ethnicity and like their history and stuff, as opposed to like racial classification in a way.
It's based on power, fam.
Exactly.
It's like, and the argument or what they're mad at is that they don't have the complete power anymore. They feel like they don't have the complete power. Oh, you know, it's harder for the, you know, the young white male or the Christian white male to get a job. You guys are trying to freaking ostracize us and stuff like that. Like the same arguments that black people were having back in the days.
Yeah.
These new guys like Chud and them are using that as their argument. Like, you're trying to push us out. You know, this mass immigration is making it harder for the regular white man. That's when they take race. And some of those people might have backgrounds from other places, but they took and they clung to the color of their skin, and they're like, my power is being taken away.
The privilege.
Yes, my privilege. All, you know what I'm saying? All the P's.
But that's because like them growing up in America, like because race is so real there, it's just like
Hold on. That's not only America. There's Canadians who have that kind of sentiment too.
yeah,
People
but
in
this-
the UK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you're right. But
I don't
feel like-
want to be that guy. I don't want to mention shit, but there's people who feel that like the Canada First March, some people feel that some of those people over there have that sentiment.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it only extends to like certain English-speaking countries, but even like Poland and Ukraine, like there are a lot of like white nationalists like who like race for them is primary.
Yes.
You know, it's like doesn't matter where you are as long as you're white, we're gonna ride for you. You know what I'm saying?
There's Russian skinheads that were running around beating up anybody who was a person of color. Doesn't black, Indian, whatever. They're just running around in the subways. I've seen videos of this back in the days. Just smashing people,
That's
fam.
crazy.
It's so
Yeah.
dumb. I don't know. To me, that's just like it's weak still. It's like, why do you want to identify with something that's like one, these are just colors. You know what I'm saying? White, black, brown, yellow, red. Like they're colors. You know what I'm saying? I can understand if you want to ride for your country or ethnicity. Okay, that there's a little more like validation there. I can kind of understand why, but like the racial concepts that we've only been using for the last like 200, 300 years, like, I don't know. I think there's a certain group of people that wants everyone to identify with their certain like, what's it called? Like your classifications.
Yeah, but I don't think those racial constructs has been going on for the last 200, 300 years. It's been going on for multiple years, at least 500 years. Remember, slavery happened.
I know,
And it was based off of power structure.
but it wasn't based on race. It was based on like ethnicity or tribe. Like it wasn't like, because at one point, like you could argue so-called black people had so-called black slaves.
Yeah.
So it's like, they weren't like, oh, this is a racial thing. It's like our group is the powerful group. We need workers and laborers. This group of people who also happen to have a similar skin tone than us, but they have a different language, they have different customs, they're going to be subservient to us, you know?
I don't think Natural's rolling with it.
No, I'm saying, yo, we're starting heavy for the
Yeah, I know.
Monday, bro.
I was like, we should talk about the LTL concert.
We're starting heavy for the Monday, bro. I didn't want to, you know what I mean?
We keep it real.
Love hip hop.
We keep it real.
Okay, so let's get into
Oh, man.
let's get into some rap stuff. Oh,
I felt like
man.
Joe Budden just now. Stepping on the shit.
We
Thanks
love
for
hip
watching.
hop.
If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.